Maybe up to half an hour if you've got questions. I'll take them 4 at a time, and then people can pick the questions that they want. Yes, Lisa. Yep.
No.
What's your name? If you introduce your name.
My name is Temba Sika.
Okay.
I work in mental health. I just want to thank Jim for the bravery of coming and presenting his piece on what people are going through. And I appreciate all the work that's been done by a Labour government to be in the name of Herman Marshall and yourself. I would truly appreciate that from the mental health perspective, because I work in the front line, I see this all the time. The work that Z2K are doing, it's immense, but then you're just a tiny bit of the tip of the iceberg that people are going through on a daily basis. It's even worse for people who are suffering mental health illnesses, who've got a diagnosis of some form of psychiatric diagnosis, who has to be confronted with a person who's not trained in DWP. It is actually an appalling situation that I hope as soon as the Labour government takes over, that comes to an end, because people are staying in hospital unnecessarily because they don't have money to be at home. So they keep occupying beds unnecessarily. And when people actually go out, they're being assessed, and then they don't get the money that they need to get. They don't get the benefit they need to get because they're being assessed by people who've got no concept of what they're going. You cannot measure mental illness based on just an assessment based by someone who doesn't know.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks so much for that. I'm reminded, I was just looking at my notes about this poor woman who was a torture victim, and the assessment was that because she wasn't rocking back and forth, she was clearly fine. Absolutely horrific, and that's what we're facing, people who have absolutely no idea. At the back there? So we're going to do 3 and then we'll come back, thank you. Or 4. Sorry, what's your name?
My name's Michael Shayton.
Michael.
I'm from Leicester West constituency. I used to work in the building site for many years. If I did something wrong at work, something that was completely incompetent, I would be prosecuted for that. We have 130,000 people with avoidable deaths in this country. And the lady was saying earlier on, I would always completely ignore that. What I'd like to see is a full public inquiry into these deaths with a view to criminal prosecutions against the indulgence and the rest of them.
Thank you. And you, sir?
Yes, we have a better than average batting average at Fox Court. 85% of appeals are upheld there. But, and this is the important point, less than 5% of people are on the PIP pathway, as they like to call it up at the DWP, actually ever appeal. And that means, with the latest statistics showing 50% are turned down right at the beginning, the rest go, 45%, some at mandatory consideration, so only 5% are coming through. This is something that every Labour council in the country needs to do much more about. Until we get the Labour government with an independent living service which will take all of this up and it will all be included within that, we need to have them providing free legal aid, free support to do this. You don't actually have to be a lawyer to actually win these cases. You just have to be versed in what the point system is, what it means, and to make sure that your client is confident about it and that you get the right evidence. Don't rely on the DWP to get the evidence. People often say, oh, I put my doctor's arrest, my specialist. They won't ever ask anyone unless they think there is a benefit in actually getting you off something. So there will be no evidence there from the medical side unless people collect it themselves and put it into the appeal. So that's the important thing. I wanted to say another point, that we've lost the solidarity of our disability movement that we had 30 years ago that led to the legislation that we've got. We've been fragmented and broken. One of the things we're going to have to expect a Labour government to do is to help to rebuild that disabled people's movement. That means funding organisations led by and run by disabled people in every locality.
Yeah.
Organising a massive programme of training, first of all for disabled people, and then for those disabled people to train all our allies who want to help us in achieving our rights. That's what's been missing from the equation. And good as they are, many of the charities that have moved into our shoes cannot replace first-hand experience, and first-hand experience that actually is generalised and becomes political. And we need that. We need a fast track to far more disabled MPs than yourself and a few others, Marsha. We need an incoming Labour government to have a programme, a school of training disabled people to become representatives of the people.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. We could do one more. Is there somebody else who wanted? Yes, at the back there. Yes, you.
Hello, I'm Jackie Nagrin. I'm a councillor with Leicester City Council, a member of Unite Community, where I meet a lot of disabled people. Leicester City Council has a dedicated team to fighting these appeals, and we get 90 plus through. Of course, there's a kickback for that. It's not that people are now waiting a year or 18 months to get to appeal.
Yeah.
And they're receiving sums of £5,000, £18,000 when it finally comes through.
Yeah.
You can imagine the penury they're living in that interim. But the point I want to make is disabled people are living in fear, absolute fear. I've been to at least one funeral this year from somebody who couldn't stand it anymore. And I'm surrounded by people who, once they've got through the first hurdle, are then waiting for their next PIP assessment. And it is a torture. It is the deliberate torture of our people. And that cannot continue. I agree with my comrade here. Somebody has to answer for this because it's deliberate torture. It's not neglect. It's conscious cruelty.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we've got 4 different issues here, not so much questions. We've got the issue about mental health, public inquiry, criminal charges, lock up the so-and-sos, yep. Obviously we have an army of